Who the fuck are you to tell me something I fumbled when you ain't done shit? Nothing. Hold on. Answer that. The source. Answer my question. What gives you the right to say something that I fumbled as big as the fucking source and as much as it did? What the fuck have you done to give you the right to say that to me?
I'm not saying...
No. Answer the question. You already said it.
The right because I have a microphone in front of me and we're on my show.
Right. So what I'm telling you is you ain't hip-hop. You ain't done shit. And you're just a fanboy. That's it. Nothing else.
So you don't think the source could still be running?
I don't think that you know what the fuck you're talking about.
You don't think the source could still be running? Could be a huge multimedia company.
I would never claim to be no Ray Benzino, an 83-year-old fake Pacino, man. The Benzino's at it again, y'all. I swear to God, man. Like, Benzino's something else. And I'm a guy that doesn't just ish on Benzino like, oh, Eminem bodied him. Like, you know, listen, the source was dope. A lot of people feel Benzino. What did Eminem say in that track about him extorting Dave Mays every what do you say, every issue there's an 8-page Maidman spread, and then there was that infamous uncovered 5 mics in the source that the Maidman got, and was it like the editor that gave them that didn't exist or something? There was some kind of tomfoolery or fugaziness with that. But real talk, man, I'm not the type to just try to ish on individuals and, you know, just go with the status quo. Like, for instance, Ja Rule, 50 Cent, who did body him and pretty much end his career. I'm always like, when Ja's name comes up, yo, Ja Rule had hits, many hits. The reign wasn't that long, and it ended when Fifth came around with this Shady Records debut. That was pretty much it. That's all they wrote. That's all she wrote for Ja. But his career should be summed up by more than that, I feel. I don't know, you know. But getting back to Benzino, when I'm saying he's at it again, Benzino is someone who I think should just leave the internet alone. He does this time in and time out. As we're speaking with the Eminem beef, it kills Benzino that his career and his name is overwhelmingly tied to that, with all the other things that he's done. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I think he just tries to do some half-ass acting, which is cool. You know, like Benzino was telling that dude, hey, what have you done? You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to think that I've done ish on someone like that. You know what I'm saying? But he should just stick to his restaurant, his seafood restaurant, the acting, the little things that he does, because he makes a fool of himself on the internet. And I haven't seen this entire podcast. I'm just reacting to the soundbite. So anyone out there who did see the whole thing, who has, tap in, join the discussion. I want to find it and watch the full episode as well. If someone could hit me with a link, much appreciated. But what I'm getting at with Benzino is he has gone back and forth, flip-flopping with the Eminem thing. Yo, I want to shake his hand. I want to tell him I'm sorry. I handled that wrong and all that. Then bashing him. You know, this last time around, Eminem, I think, mentioned Coil Ray on a track, so I understand him just saying totally fuck Eminem. And how odd was the timing of all that Benzino had just went to No Jumper and once again spoke about how that beef is deaded and all that. And right after that Armageddon track or whatever it was where Eminem said those lyrics that I was just referencing came out right after that. Like, that was bonkers to me, the timing. It was, and it just was like, man, what in the fuck are the odds of that? Did M have the drop on him, knew he was going to go to No Jumper and say that? Did he drop that track right after he found out he went to No Jumper? I don't know. But what Benzino does is, as you see someone pointing out, why are you tripping so hard? Why do you care? Why are you even on this dude's podcast if he's a nobody? And I'm not saying he's a somebody. I don't know the big Dookie Chain podcast or who this guy is. But I think he did fumble the source. The source was the ish. The source was the truth. And I think it still does technically exist, doesn't it? And it's all watered down and just bunk as fuck. And I don't know, man. He used it too personally. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he get like pushed out after that when he tried to use it in his personal hip-hop beef? And had pushed him out and it fucked it up. And I know there's talks about how Dave Mays took out big loans and everything like that to try to get heavily involved in the internet, and that was truly what the death of the source was. But the source lost credibility from things Benzino did, if I'm not mistaken. Is that true or what? Tap in and join the discussion. But Zeno gets too emotional. He's someone that, like, there's some cats out here, right? Whack 100 was one of them too. And it's so funny mentioning Whack. These dudes were cool, and Whack was calling him a down low individual, and we'll just say that and leave it there. It's funny though, mentioning Whack and Benzino in the same sentence, and they're back and forth in the blogosphere, how that went. But like, what I'm saying is, Whack and Benzino are the type of cats that'll be like, yo, I got $1 million deals, I do this and that, you're just a fanboy, you're a buster, you're a bozo. And there could be videos on the internet, on YouTube, with 50 views, and they're the type of dudes to be commenting on them on their own page, on fake pages. Like, they're that emotional and that insecure. And Benzino does that all the time, where he's went off and said wild-ish and said and done things that he's regretted, only to come back and apologize or come back and try to save face, and at the end of the day just really make a fool of himself. Did y'all see the last time he was dissing Curtis, 50 Cent, a couple months back, and he was like, oh, flexing, pause, it was weird. He's like, Curtis, let me see you do this. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Zeno? You know what I mean? Just age gracefully into your golden years. You know, like, you're too old for this ish. Listen, the Made Men, that Tommy's theme joint that they had with the Locks went hard. And what was the other group? The Almighty RSO had some hits back in the day or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, Benzino did fuck up his career and did fuck up the source. Ain't that what it is? And why? Like, it's the internet. Anyone can have an opinion. Like dude said, I mean, you're on my show and I got a microphone. Like, you don't like what I gotta say. And again, I didn't see the whole pod, but it's just like, I just think it's goofy at this point with Zeno. That's just what it is from this way. Like, cut it out, man. Leave this ish alone. You burn down everything you touch. Any rapport, relationship you got with anyone, if it ain't a fallout, they end up stepping away and not want to mess with you. You know what I mean? You're an egomaniac. I think you're on the juice. You know what I'm saying? Leave them roids alone. And we saw the other videos too, the police body cam ish with his exes and stuff like that. Like, Zeno, listen, we've all made a fool of ourselves here and there, but this ish has just got to stop. Benzino, get off the internet, man. Comment and let me know what you guys think. This is crazy. Somewhere too, the stands, that's what's gonna happen. The stands are gonna make content off this. Like, you know, Eminem, obviously there's the stands and any kind of stands, game stands, whatever stands. It's like too much. Like, cut it out. Get off there, Johnson, pause. But there's content creators that are like pretty much cover Eminem stuff, who are very successful, have big platforms, and you know, like, they're gonna roast him with this. And Benzino's gonna get all butthurt. He's gonna be going off. He's gonna, and that's the thing too. We were talking about his daughter. He hurts his daughter's career, and he's actually, I think, said that at one point. Like, I gotta fall back now. My daughter is in the mix. There's a lot of politics in this ish, and I don't know. Benzino being your pops, I think, could be a very negative thing on her career. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. But Benzino, cut it out, man.